Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video. We're going to read Mark chapter 7, that which defies. The Pharisees and some of the teachers of the law who had come from Jerusalem gathered around Jesus, and saw some of his disciples eating food hands that were defiled, that is, unwashed. The Pharisees and all the Jews did not at least give their hands a ceremonial washing, holding the tradition of the elders. When they had come from the marketplace, they did not eat unless they washed, and they observed other traditions, such as the washing of cups, pitchers, and kettles. So the Pharisees and teachers of the law asked Jesus, "Why does your disciples live according to the tradition of elders instead of eating their food with defiled hands?" He replied, "Isaiah was right when he prophesied about you hypocrites, as it was written, 'Those people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. They worship me in vain. Their teaching are merely human rules. Yet have no commandment to God, and are holding to no unto human traditions.'" And he continued, "You have fine way of setting aside the commandments of God in order to observe your own traditions. For Moses said, 'Honor your father and mother,' and anyone who curses their father and mother is to be put to death. But you say, if anyone declares that what might have been used to help their father or mother is Corban, that is devoted to God, then it is no longer let them to do anything their father or mother. Thus you must mollify the word of God by your own tradition that you have handed down, and you have to do many things like that." But Jesus called the crowd to him and said, "Listen to me, everyone, and understand this. Nothing outside a person can defile them by doing into them. Rather, what comes out of a person that defiles them." After Jesus left the crowd and entered the house, his disciples asked him about this parable. "Are you so dull?" he asked. "Don't you see that nothing that enters a person from the outside can defile him? For it does not go into the heart, but into the stomach, and then out of the body." In saying this, Jesus declares that all foods are clean. He went on, "What comes out of a person that is what defiles him, for is from within, out of a person's heart, that's evil comes: sexual immorality, theft, murder, adultery, greed, malice, deceit, lawlessness, envy, slander, arrogance, and folly. All these evils come inside and defile a person." Jesus honors a Syrophoenician woman. Jesus left the place and they went to the village of Tyre. He entered a house and did not want anyone to know it yet. Yet he could not keep his present secret. In fact, as soon as she heard about it, a woman with a little daughter was possessed by an impure spirit, came and fell at his feet. The woman was Greek, born in Syrian Phoenicia. She begged Jesus to drive out the demon out of her daughter. "First let the child eat all they want," he told her, "for it is not right to take the child's bread and toss it to the dogs." "Lord," she replied, "even the dogs under the table eat the children's crumbs." They told her, "For such a reply you may go. The demon has left your daughter." So she went home and found her child lying on the bed and the demon gone. Jesus heals a deaf and mute man. Jesus left the city of Tyre and went up to Sidon and down to the Sea of Galilee. And in the region of Decapolis, there were some people brought to a man who was deaf and could hardly talk, and they begged Jesus to place a hand on him. After he took him aside, away from the crowd, Jesus put his fingers into the man's ears. Then he spit, and he touched the man's tongue. He looked up to heaven with a deep sigh and said to him, "Ephphatha," which means "be open." At this, the man's ears were opened, his tongue was loosened, and began to speak plainly. Jesus commanded them not to tell anyone, but more he did so, the more they kept talking about it. People are overwhelming with amazement. "He has done everything well," they said. "He even makes a deaf man hear and a mute man speak." The word of God for the people of God. Thanks be to God. Hope you have a great day, and see you tomorrow.